Okay, let's unpack this. We are stepping into a universe that has immediately grabbed us, hasn't it? A
Yeah.
really remarkable new work of epic science fantasy.
Oh, absolutely. It feels fresh, but also, deeply familiar, hits all those notes we love.
Exactly. We're talking William L. Weaver's The Logos War Saga, and we're diving headfirst into Book One, The Great Unraveling.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how we do things here. It's basically our personal book club now. We're bringing all our favorites to the table for this one.
Yeah, thinking about it through the lens of, like, C.S. Lewis, Weiss, and Hickman.
Oh, yeah. Salvatore, Eddings, Terry Brooks, and, of course, Tolkien. You have to.
You really do. Sets the stage.
So our mission today, we're going deep on Chapter 3, The Echo. It's something else. But first, we need to quickly touch base on Chapter 2, The Annex, just to set the scene properly.
Absolutely essential context. Chapter 2 really lays the groundwork, sets up the stakes.
It really does. So get ready, because this is a deep dive that, well, it takes us right to the edge.
And what's so fascinating right off the bat is how Weaver blends these huge, like, cosmological sci-fi ideas, the kind that make you feel tiny staring at the stars.
Right, total sense of scale.
With that really personal, intimate, heroic journey you get from classic fantasy. It grounds these massive questions in one person's struggle.
Creates this amazing tension, yeah. Intellectually stimulating, but also, you feel for the guy.
Totally. And Chapter 2, The Annex, it just meticulously sets up Jaren, our hero, his quest, his isolation.
That isolation is key.
And then Chapter 3, The Echo, well, it promises these huge revelations. It feels like a real turning point, hinting at the very nature of reality in this universe.
It's definitely one of those moments where you just have to lean in, Something big is coming.
You know it.
Okay, so to really appreciate that seismic shift in Chapter 3, we absolutely have to start with Chapter 2, The Annex. This is where we meet Jaren.
Our protagonist.
Yeah, our protagonist. And right away, he's this brilliant, driven guy, but also really isolated. The book describes him walking through this heavy fire door.
That clang.
Yeah, the clang of its locking mechanism, a sound of finality. He's literally shutting out the university, the frankly kind of dismissive world outside.
And stepping into his sanctuary, the Annex.
Exactly. And it's not just a lab, is it? It's described as this place where physics, chemistry, and computer science were not separate disciplines, but different words in the same language.
I love that line. It tells you so much about his mind.
It really does. It's his fortress of solitude, but, instead of ice, it's alive with this hum of innovation, controlled chaos.
And that atmosphere, the feel of the Annex, the source describes it so vividly. That familiar cocktail of ozone from an overworked power supply, the bitter tang of stale coffee, and the clean, cold scent of liquid nitrogen.
You can almost smell it.
Right. It grounds you in the grit of his work, even while his mind's out there in the cosmos. And it's a place of controlled chaos, of emergence, where nothing here was static. Everything was in a state of becoming.
That's such a great contrast to the university folks like Finch and Ben Carter. They seem so static.
Exactly. He's not just studying things, he's actively involved in this process of discovery, almost like participating in creation itself.
Right. And what is he trying to discover? It's not just like a new particle or something. It feels bigger.
Oh, way bigger. He's not just looking for a message in the cosmic background radiation, the CMB. He's looking for a grammar.
A grammar. Explain that a bit.
Well, he puts it really clearly. He says, think of it this way. We know the alphabet quarks, leptons, bosons. Those are the basic building blocks, right?
Fundamental particles.
We know some of the words, protons, atoms, molecules, things built from those blocks. I think there's a syntax, a set of grammatical rules that governs how the letters can be combined.
So not just the pieces, but the rules for putting them together, the structure of reality itself.
Precisely. It's less physics, more. Like deep magic or theology almost. Like he's trying to find the source code for the universe. Think Tolkien's Annihilation, the music that creates the world.
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge concept.
Yeah.
And like any hero going after something that big, he's got people trying to stop him, or at least people who just don't get it.
Classic trope, right. The hero against the world, or at least against the bureaucracy.
You've got Finch, first off, the ultimate bean counter. Wants Jaren working on superconductors, something marketable instead of chasing cosmic grammars.
Yeah, Finch represents that kind of stifling, short-sighted pragmatism, can't see the forest for the trees, or maybe the universe for the quarterly report.
Exactly. And then there's Ben Carter.
Ah, Ben, the dismissive peer.
Yeah, he's not exactly evil, but he represents that That intellectual isolation Jaren feels. The comfortable academic who can't wrap his head around Jaren's ideas.
You really feel it when Jaren tries to explain the grammar thing and Ben's eyes just glazed over. He's thinking about his own safe, predictable simulations.
Total disconnect. And that parting shot from Ben. A grammar for the universe. That's a hell of a metaphor. Just dripping with condescension.
Yeah, it perfectly shows how far out Jaren is from the mainstream. He's pushing boundaries they can't even see.
It really is. But what makes Jaren someone you root for, like those heroes from Weiss and Hickman or Eddings, is his sheer grit and resourcefulness.
Absolutely. He doesn't just theorize, he builds.
Right. So his supercomputer, Echo, is overheating. Big problem. Does he file a requisition? No. He tackles the heatsink project.
And where does he get his materials?
The university's e-waste depot. Like literally the junk pile. He salvages this rare earth doped ceramic. To most, it was junk. To Jaren, it was a treasure trove.
That's such a great detail, seeing potential where others see garbage. Very classic fantasy hero move, crafting solutions from nothing.
And the way he works with it, the precision of a surgeon and the passion of an artist, he makes this complex lattice that looks like alien jewelry.
It shows he's not just a thinker, he's a maker. That blend of theory and practice is so compelling, he forges his own tools. Literally.
You feel that determination building, especially towards the end of Chapter 2. Gets really tense.
Oh, yeah. The hot swap sequence.
He's manually swapping this new heatsink onto an overloaded live system. Echo's warning him, basically saying, don't do this.
And he just tells it, I'm not asking for your recommendation, Echo. Pure defiance, trusting his own skills over the machine's logic.
And it works. Core Cluster 7, temperature stable. Efficiency increased by 18.2%. That little victory feels huge.
It totally does. And that success, that vindication after dealing with Finch and Ben, it fuels the next step, the big one.
The point of no return. He stares at the screen, takes a drink of cold coffee. You feel all that frustration just crystallize into resolve.
And then he types it in, slow and deliberate. Run the final analysis, the deep dive. Push the pattern recognition to its absolute limit. I don't care about the power draw. I want proof.
Goosebumps moment. And Echo warns him, right? It's going to take, almost all the power.
98.7% of total system capacity. Basically everything, but he just says, do it. All in.
And the description of the annex powering up, the hum deepening, becoming a physical vibration, lights dimming, the liquid nitrogen roaring.
It's like a magic ritual, isn't it? Summoning something immense, you feel the power building.
And Jaren feels this certainty, not just hope, but he knows he's onto something world-changing.
But then after all that high drama, the ending of the chapter is so beautifully mundane.
Right, he's exhausted. Has to force down a protein bar and an energy drink, his battle rations. Love that.
Yeah. Reminds you he's still human. Then he just crashes on this lumpy stained cot. Leaves the universe-changing analysis to the machine while he sleeps.
It's perfect. The calm before the storm. Sets up Chapter 3, the Echo, so brilliantly.
And what an opening to Chapter 3. Weaver just throws you right into Jaren's worst fears.
The nightmare, yeah. He wakes up on the cot, but the sound of Echo is wrong. This high-pitched, discordant whine.
The sound of failure.
Exactly. And the screen flashing. Catastrophic thermal failure. Meltdown imminent. His heatsink, his big success, failed. Finch and Ben were right. It's all crashing down.
And isn't that fascinating from a fantasy perspective?
Yeah.
How often do heroes face their absolute worst fear, their inner demons, right before the big breakthrough?
All the time. Frodo nearing Mordor, doubting himself. A night's dark night of the soul.
Exactly. This nightmare isn't just scary. It shows us the immense personal stakes for Jaren. Failure isn't just a setback. It's an existential threat to his whole identity. It really amps up the tension.
And the Green keeps layering it on, that banging on the fire door. Thump, thump, thump. Cold, methodical.
Authority closing in.
University security. Accusing him of causing a blackout. He panics, feels like a cornered animal. They're breaking the door down. Thump, thump, thump.
And he grabs the plasma torch. Thinking of cutting his way out, it's sheer desperation.
Just as the door bursts open.
And he wakes up, gasping, sweating.
Oh, the relief. That immediate contrast. The nightmare fog clears, and he hears the real sound of Echo, perfectly harmonious.
It was just a dream. That simple line carries so much weight after the intensity of the nightmare. It's a brilliant way to heighten the impact of the actual success that's coming. It purges the fear.
Totally. But before he gets to the big reveal, there's this great little sequence. Very grounding.
The custodian's closet?
Yeah. He stumbles in there, splashes freezing water on his face from a rust-stained sink, changes into a wrinkled shirt, sees himself in the mirror, pale, wild-eyed man, a ghost in his own machine.
It's that moment of stark reality, pulling himself together before facing the extraordinary. A very human touch.
Grabbing his battle rations again, protein bar, energy drink,
Yeah.
fueling up.
Gotta have the essentials for cosmic discovery.
Right. And then, the moment,
Yeah.
simple text on the screen.
Analysis complete. Just 4 words. But they change everything.
You feel the weight of it. He takes that deep, shaky breath. Years of work leading to this. And he just says to the empty room, show me.
And what he sees, this is where it gets really, really interesting, where the science and the fantasy just explode together.
The visualization pops up. A 3D model of the cosmic microwave background, the CMB, that faint afterglow of the Big Bang.
The oldest light in the universe.
And overlaid on it, glowing blue, the pattern.
And crucially, it's not static. It's described as being alive. Jaren's perception keeps shifting as he tries to comprehend it.
Yes, first he sees it like a great tapestry. Blue threads woven into the red and orange of the CMB, and he even connects it back to the materials in his superconductor.
That's a neat link, the micro and macro. And some threads are bright, some are frayed, like rules that were no longer in effect. Suggests the universe evolves, changes its own rules.
Then his view changes again. It's not a tapestry anymore. It's
a cascading hierarchy of neural networks, like a brain. The threads are conduits, the nodes firing like synapses. A living, thinking thing.
Whoa. Okay, that's a massive leap. From pattern to cosmic consciousness. Universal intelligence.
It suggests the universe itself might be processing information, thinking, maybe even aware. It's a profound, almost spiritual idea presented through the lens of network theory.
But then it gets even weirder. The terrifying geometry.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it goes full science fantasy. The lines pass through each other without intersecting. Nodes unfolding into shapes that couldn't exist in 3 dimensions.
You realize as he's seeing the shadow of a 14-dimensional object.
14 dimensions? I mean, how do you even visualize that? It's like us trying to understand a 3D object by only seeing its 2D shadow. It implies a reality so much more complex than ours.
It's bending reality, just like powerful magic does in fantasy. Pushing past what we thought was possible, seeing the unseeable.
And here's the key part. Jaren understands it. His unique mind, forged by all his different studies, doesn't just see it, it absorbed it. It's described as a direct download of pure understanding, like the pattern is a language.
Exactly. It was a language, and for the first time in human history, someone was reading it. His specific background, his way of thinking, is what allows him to decode it. It's his superpower.
He's the translator, the one destined, maybe, to understand this cosmic truth.
And then comes the scientific knockout punch, the confirmation text.
Pattern confirmed, probability of random occurrence, 1 in 1024.
Yeah, that number is just staggering. 1 followed by 24 zeros. It essentially means it's impossible for this pattern to be random chance.
So it's deliberate, intentional, a structure, a message, a law built into the universe.
It's a statement. The universe isn't random noise. It has an underlying structure, maybe even intelligence. Now, how does that connect back to the fantasy influences we love?
Well, straight away, it feels like finding hidden knowledge, right? Like discovering ancient runes or a lost book of magic that reveals fundamental truths.
Absolutely. Finding the lost lore, the forbidden secrets. Think Dragonlance sorcery, or the true names in Earthsea, or the deeper magic in Narnia. It's that trope of the hero uncovering something that changes everything.
And the sheer scale. A designed universe, or at least a structured one. It resonates with those big creation myths, Tolkien's Anulin Daily, the music of the Aenir creating the world.
Or Lewis's Aslan singing Narnia into existence. This grammar Jaren found, this living network, it implies that same kind of inherent order, a blueprint or a song guiding everything, the universe as a composition.
It's not just random stuff happening. There's a deep logic, a logos maybe, behind it all.
And Jaren himself fits the hero's special gift archetype perfectly. His unique mind lets him see what others can't. Just like a hero with innate magic or special insight, his intellect is his magic.
It positions him as totally central to whatever this logos war is going to be. He's seen behind the curtain.
Which opens up massive questions for the saga, right? What does this language say? Is it instructions, a warning, history?
Is it from ancient aliens? Gods? The universe itself? And how does a 14-dimensional reality factor into a war?
The potential is just enormous. It elevates the conflict beyond anything terrestrial. It's about the nature of reality itself.
Okay, so stepping back, Chapter 3, The Echo. really cements this as epic science fantasy. Jaren's journey through these 2 chapters alone.
It's a classic arc starting from isolated visionary, doubted by everyone,
All right, the underdog.
to the one person who sees the fundamental truth.
Yeah.
His practical skills, like building that heat sink,
Yeah, the hands-on stuff.
directly enable his theoretical breakthrough, that moment of pure understanding. It's a fantastic blend.
And the world building just explodes in this chapter.
Yeah.
We thought we were in a physics story, but suddenly the universe itself seems conscious, structured, maybe even magical in a way.
That fusion is the core, isn't it?
Yeah.
The scientific method leads to this utterly fantastical, mind-bending revelation. It shows how exploring reality can lead you to magic.
And you can really feel the echoes of those masters we mentioned.
Definitely. The Lewis connection feels strong with that idea of a grammar or logos underpinning everything, a fundamental meaning or reason behind existence.
Like the deep magic in Narnia.
Exactly. And Tolkien, with the universe as a song or a grand design being discovered, not invented, Jaren is hearing the music.
And Weiss and Hickman, Salvatore, Eddings, Brooks. That lone hero, finding the big secret. The believers versus the doubters. Hidden dimensions or realms of reality.
That 14-dimensional aspect really taps into that sense of other planes or deeper levels of existence common in fantasy.
Yeah, it feels like discovering a whole new layer to the cosmos.
Which brings up that really important question. What's the burden of knowing something like this? Jaren understands reality in a way no one else does now.
How does that change him? Can he even explain it? Will anyone believe him? It's the classic weight of knowledge trope.
Does it make him a target? Does it isolate him even more? It's a heavy burden for any hero, holding a truth that could save or destroy.
So the stakes just went from, getting grant funding to potentially the fate of reality.
Pretty much. It confirms this profound, non-random order. It's not just science, it's a cosmic revelation. What will this language teach them? What dangers does it unlock? Who else is listening?
It sets up conflicts on a scale that's hard to even imagine. It's not about territory, it's about the source code of existence.
So yet, Chapter 3, The Echo, it's more than just a chapter. It's a paradigm shift for the whole saga. It establishes Jaren as this incredibly unique hero, bridging science and the deeply mysterious.
It pushes the boundaries of both genres, I think. The journey's just started, but wow, the universe Weaver's building has opened up incredibly.
Absolutely. The potential now feels limitless.
So what does this leave us with, as readers? Jaren found this language, this grammar, in the fabric of the universe. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If the universe has a structure like that, a song, a language, and someone can finally read it,
Right.
what could it teach us about reality, about ourselves?
What truths are just sitting there waiting for the right perspective?
Exactly. And what happens when that knowledge gets out? What new conflicts, what new possibilities arise? It's a lot to think about.
It definitely is. Can't wait to see where the Logos War saga takes us next.
Me neither. It's going to be quite a ride.